so is this. This is season 1 and 2 and 3. This is the big game and the big moment. This is getting caught up. This is Xfinity TV. This is easy. This is simple. This is awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
37-24, Mountain Crest with the lead and the ball as we start the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 9. Pitch to Hall. Works his way upfield, 1st down. And he's across the 30-yard line, and there's more pushing and shoving going on.
And Mountain Crest just working the corners of the Skyview defense all night tonight with Hall. Got such great speed to get to the edge.
That's a 14-yard run. He's on his way to a monster night. He's got 147 yards and 20 carries. He's thrown for a touchdown. He's rushed for a touchdown. See if they can pass one to him. Hall gains a yard. That just wasn't acceptable. 1 yard?
No.
The way he's run tonight.
Christiansen getting up real slow for Mountain Crest.
Yeah, he's
going to have to limp off the field. They've stopped time.
He's got a hurt leg.
All the trainers from Mountain Crest hoping that, for a couple of reasons, that he can make it off under his own power.
Well, yeah, they'll have to go get a horse.
Not the least of which there is a dairy farm next door. I mean, there's some oxen.
I don't know if he's cramped up or he just twisted something, but you can see him gingerly making his way to the sideline. He doesn't want to put much weight on that right leg, does he?
I don't think that's a cramp.
Nope.
That's a knee issue, I think. We've seen a lot of those this year in high school football, especially here in this valley.
The Logan's had more than their fair share of them. Well, he comes off. We'll watch the sideline and see what we can see down there. And it's 2nd down and 9. Glad in motion. Webb rolling, looking, has his man, and Niederhauser lets it get to his body. He drops it. I think that one got to his face mask, not his body.
Yep. Boink. Well, he knew he had it too.
Reach out and grab the ball. See what they're working on Christiansen down there on the sideline.
I can't really see it.
Can't see around that big old body, can you, Christiansen?
Probably the only kid down there wears the same size jacket that I do.
3rd and 9. Webb coming back across to Hall. Hall has one man to beat, can't do it. Here comes a late flag. Are they going to call a horse collar?
It's a spot foul, whatever it is.
By your jacket in the tarp section. Personal foul, face mask, Skyview.
I get my suits at Kirkham's.
In the tent section, Omar the tent maker doing a brisk business. 4 yards on the completion. Excuse me, but it's the personal foul penalty that does the trick for the Mustangs. Now the 7th penalty on Skyview, 70 yards. That puts the ball in Skyview territory. The Bobcat defense thought they were off the field. And the penalty keeps the drive alive. There's that pitch to Hall, getting into the edge. He's up to the 40-yard line. 6 yards for Eddie Hall.
Hall's been the workhorse tonight. We saw a lot of Ferguson in the first half of this. Second half has been all Eddie Hall.
22 carries. At the break, he had 6. Ferguson had 5. Ferguson's had 1 carry here in the second half. 16 carries for Hall. Hall up the middle. Folded over and stopped short of the first down. 3rd and 1. That's 3 for Hall. Mountain Crest got a 3rd down conversion via penalty last time. Webb's going to keep it, and he's going to be hauled down for a loss. Tried to go outside, nothing doing. And Dursteller takes him down. 2-yard loss.
It's satisfying for the Skyview defense. They've had a hard time getting in the backfield and dropping either Webb or Hall for a loss.
Mark Wooten bringing his whole team to the sideline. Are they going to kick it? He's bringing his, there's a flag on the far sideline.
I think Chris Jansen has a calf injury. I don't know if it's pulled or cramped, but now they're icing it, so.
What's the flag on the far sideline? The official on the Skyview sideline tossed a flag. Skyview coaches were up in his ear the entire time that Mountain Crest huddle was going on, and he finally threw a flag and marches to the middle of the field. Let's see what the call is. They're definitely chatting about it. That's the official that Coach Wooten had lots of words with in the first half.
I got to be honest, I don't know what signal that is. You're thinking, aren't you?
I'm sitting here thinking about what it is.
2 hands behind your back.
They had too many guys on the field is what they did, but
that's not the illegal substitution.
No, that's not.
Signal. That was the what's in my hand.
There goes Hall. Inside the 20.
Boy, Hall and the Mustangs just running roughshod over the Skyview defense in the second half. Great ball control offense with 8:50 in the fourth quarter.
174 yards now for Hall.
Wow.
On 24 carries.
That kid, all things being equal, and if the game stays the same, will be having an Angie's Clean the Sink coupon as the player of the game.
This drive aided by 2 penalties against Skyview.
A third. Skyview jumped.
This is kind of just the mirror image of the first half. It was all on Mountain Crest there. 9 penalties for 80 yards for Skyview. Thought maybe Skyview had gotten off the field and had a chance to get the ball offensively again, and penalties have just kept going. Here's the give. Hall looking for a hole down inside the 10, near the first down.
Just short.
And he picked up 4, did Hall.
We've seen Mountain Crest all night love to run the ball up and down in between the 10s, and then they get down here and they like to throw a little floater up to Pututau, who's now near side.
They're going to give it to Hall. He's going to bounce outside. Now it's a foot race. He decides to cut it back in. He's got a first down. It's 1st and goal after a 6-yard run.
First and goal.
Well, he's quick, and it looks like he has that edge, but you're right, he does cut it back up against the grain, and Skyview keeps him from going to the end zone for now, but you're right, first down and goal from the 2.
.740 to play in the ball game. Mountain Crest looking to put this one on ice, leading by 13, a yard. Now it's second and goal.
Clock runs at 7:20. So the Mustangs using the no huddle a lot in the first half, but they're certainly huddling up now to use as much time on the clock and fritter this time away. Is that a word?
Fritter. It surely is. Give to Hall. He walks in. And a flag comes in, though. Let's wait and see. A flag from the near side official. Is it the near side official or the
There was
back
the umpire.
judge? Umpire, was it?
Umpire, right behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the umpire strikes back and gives Mountain Crest a holding penalty. Well, that's going to back up the Mustangs.
The umpire has a very limited area of responsibility, and quite often he is the official that calls holding. He sees things like chop blocks and face masks. A lot of holding.
The second and goal at the 11. The Mustangs' 9th penalty. 110 yards worth. So they call back the touchdown. Second and goal from the 11. Screen coming to Ferguson. Ferguson's got all sorts of room. And here come 2 more flags.
Oh my God.
Touchdown Mountain Crest, but again, flags all over the field.
Those are both going to be dead ball, personal fouls, it looked like to me.
18 penalties combined in this game. Now here's a look at the screenplay while we check out the penalties.
Ferguson's got to climb the ladder to get it, turns around and
There's an ineligible man downfield.
oh.
So it's going to back Mountain Crest up even further. They had a lineman too far downfield. So 120 yards worth of penalties for Mountain Crest.
And that one erases a 6-point score.
Sideline interference was that call on Skyview earlier. That's what I thought, where it was thrown. That's the official call, is sideline interference. So they gave the sideline warning.
The 2 hands behind the backside, that's the sideline interference signal.
It's, hey, that guy's behind me. Is he trying to lift my wallet? So the Skyview sideline called for that penalty earlier that we were looking for what it was. And that's what it was. So they got the warning earlier. They call one warning, and then the next one's a penalty, and it ended up being a first down for Mountain Crest. 2 first downs via penalty on this drive for Mountain Crest, and this drive has eaten up almost half of this quarter. Coach Anders on the Mountain Crest timeout. Coach Anders is going to come all the way out in the middle of the field, spend the whole time talking to the head official while the Mustangs huddle up at the 30, and there he is. And he's still talking about that sideline interference, I think.
It was a big penalty.
But you're only allowed to have so many. You got to have all your players behind that. See where all their feet are there? There's a line right in front of them. And that's kind of a box there that you can have a couple of coaches in, but that's it. And so if you're crowding an official, if they decide they're going to throw the flag, then they've already warned you once. And we've seen a renewed emphasis on that in the last few years. Oh, look at her.
Oh, Dad stole the snow cone. You better get it back quick.
Nothing makes a game better than a whole bunch of sugar. still chatting with the head official about it. Although, you know, one thing that might even be better than that is pizza.
Barbecue chicken pizza.
Or that Little Italy pizza from Pier 49 Pizza. They provide us with pizzas before each and every game. Awesome. Fall in love with pizza again at Pier 49 Pizza. But Mountain Crest has scored twice. Now they're going to do a little hook and ladder. They've had both of those touchdowns called back on the hook and ladder. They're going to get it down inside the 10. $12 yards. So that's a catch of a couple and a run of the rest. $10-yard run. That puts Hall almost to the 200-yard mark. Webb unloads. Big hit out there after the catch. That was on 3rd and goal.
It'll be 4th and goal from the 4.
I'll bet they go for it.
I would. They're only up by 13 now.
Eddie Hall needs 5 more yards for 200. Mountain Crest is talking about this one. They'll use the whole clock.
You see Eddie Hall walk to the sideline. He's at the bottom of your screen talking to Coach Wooden, and he's getting tired.
What are you talking about? He's 17 years old.
Yeah.
So now Mountain Crest calls timeout. This drive started before the end of the 3rd period. There was just a few seconds left.
11 seconds. Maybe it was 3. Was it 3?
It was 3.
It was short, whatever it was.
So they've used nearly 7 minutes of this 4th quarter. So not only are they about to put more points on the board, possibly, but they're also eating away the time for Skyview to try to come back.
Well, if you kick the field goal here, you're up by 16 points.
Yeah.
That's 3 scores. 2 with 2 successful 2-point conversions, which are pretty hard to come by, unless you're Mountain Crest tonight.
Well, you've had 3. Say that's a whole nother touchdown. It would be without those 2-point conversions, this would be a 1-touchdown game.
Yep.
This would be a 31-24 game. Like we mentioned, we'll see Roy at Logan next week. Logan taking care of Bonneville tonight. See if we can get an updated final on that Roy score before we go off the air. You'll probably know if you're watching us in tape delay. And then the week after that, Logan at Skyview, then Mountain Crest at Logan, Roy at Mountain Crest, then East at Logan. East is a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Webb. Down he goes.
Turn it over on downs.
So a big sack there of 8 yards from Webb.
That's a big deal. Gives Skyview a little more life now with 5:39 to go in the 4th quarter. Down by 13, like we said. That's a touchdown, onside kick, and a field goal.
It looked like they might be trying to set up some kind of screen or something, but Skyview didn't go for it. All right, we saw Skyview taking deep shots to Lemon in that first half, and they connected on a few. 4 catches, 97 yards to Lemon, and we have not seen him get the ball much here in the second half, and that's because the Skyview offense hasn't been on the field much. And they run that little screen out to Payne. Payne steps out of bounds just shy of the 20. 6-yard gain. $252 yards passing for Goddard, 17 of 27. And he's slinging the ball around the yard.
No interceptions. Just playing the way you want him to play, I think.
Goddard throwing it out there to Payne. He's got the first down. That'll stop the clock. 7 yards and a first down. Clock stopped until they set the chains. No, they went ahead and wound it. Okay. Until the ball's set, I guess. That's when they wind the clock. 5:10 to play in a 2-score ball game. Skyview trailing by 13 at their own 25. Downfield, he's got a man. It's Fife at midfield. 25 yards. Goddard to Fife.
They wind it again.
Under 5 minutes to play. Goddard against a 3-man rush, looking downfield. A lot of hand fighting going on down there, and no flag. Going after Lemon. He couldn't quite get there. Goddard over the middle. Oh, he had a man wide open with a blocker out in front of him, and Fife couldn't haul it in.
Well, he just threw it a little behind him and tall on his left shoulder pad, but that's a catchable ball. And I think you're right. Fife knew he had a blocker, and green grass in front of him.
Now it's 3rd down. 3 of 11 on 3rd downs for Skyview. At one point, they were 3 of 5, so that means they're 0 for their last 6. Over the middle, bam!
Ooh.
Gage Ferguson just lit up one of the Bobcats. That's Fife. Oh, my goodness.
Well, and that was a clean hit, shoulder pad right in the hip. Let's take a look at the replay here. That was a clean hit. Just a nice, solid hit, and Fife does get off the field under his own power. I think he might have the wind knocked out of him. That rib cage was
and you know what?
Compressed.
When you get the wind knocked out of you, you think you're dying.
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible. So it's 4th and about 7. 2 for 2 on 4th down for Skyview. So we said they're 0 for their last 6, so they're 3 for 12 now on 3rd down, but they're 2 for 2 on 4th.
Long 4th down now.
4th and a long 7. Or a short 8, depending on how you want to look at it. See if they come after Goddard. Yep, they're bringing him. They've got a stun on the outside. Lemon over the middle, drops it. It's in his hands, and he can't haul it in. He had the 1st down. That should do it. Crazier things have happened, Lee, but that should probably do it.
That should do it. I think Mountain Crest is really playing well and good ball control offense with a great running attack. And you see the men coming and the passes right there.
Niederhauser was harassing Lemon, and Lemon just couldn't bring it in. He had it in his hands.
Niederhauser with the last laugh. He got worked in the 1st half, and now he finishes the deal for the defense of Mountain Crest. 3:54 to go. They pick up 1 first down. It's certainly over.
Eddie Hall needs 5 yards for 200-yard rushing night. And that's who they give it to. And he's not there yet.
He's a yard short. Well, I think I will head down to the sideline, see if I can catch up with Eddie Hall and talk to him about being the Valley Channel Angie's player of the game and give him a coupon for 1 kitchen sink to clean.
And you're going to have to give him a coupon for a day at the day spa after he's had 29 carries, 199 yards, 1 more, and he's got a 200-yard game. He threw a touchdown pass. He's rushed for a touchdown. And a flag, probably too much time, it looks like, on the Mustangs. On the Mountain Crest sideline saying, hey, we need to be able to see that back judge counting. He's got to put his hand way out there. He's not. Coach is always coaching. 2nd and 11. Pitch to Hall. He's going to have his 200 on this one.
Hall,
7 yards. So now he's at 206 unofficially. And we're under 3 minutes to play in the ball game. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Skyview takes a timeout as we look at our S.E. Needham Jewelers middle of the block sign of the clock. 37-24, a lot of points put up in this one. Under 3 minutes to play, S.E. Needham Jewelers, where Utah gets engaged. I think one thing that Skyview might look back on is having 1st and goal at the 1 in the first half and having to settle for a field goal. So it's 10-6 instead of 14-6. Now, you know, at that point, if you project everything forward and it comes forward and unfolds as it did then, now you're looking at 37-28. You're still looking at a 9-point game, but you know, who knows? Momentum. With these young men, it can play such a big part. Mountain Crest had to feel good about keeping them out of the end zone, and maybe it deflated the Bobcats a little bit. And Skyview just about jumps, but they did not. Webb surges forward for 4 yards and a 1st down. 13 carries, 19 yards for Webb, including a touchdown. Webb caught a touchdown pass. He threw for 2 touchdowns. And he ran for a touchdown. So Webb got the hat trick. We talked about Eddie Hall. Well, he's thrown a touchdown and he's run for a touchdown. He hasn't caught a touchdown pass, so he hasn't hit for the cycle yet. And I doubt Mountain Crest is going to be putting the ball in the air. Here's the pitch to Hall. They just could not stop this play here in the second half. Speaking of the Skyview defense. Hall takes it down to the 34-yard line. 7 yards. 213 yards on 31 carries for Hall. That's just about 7 yards a carry. 31 carries, he had 6 at the half. 25 carries here in the second half. A whole game's worth of rushing. Mountain Crest came out in the second half and said, we're gonna pound it at you. Come ahead and stop us. Hall again. 1st down. Skyview takes the timeout. (37-24) with 1:33 to play. Mountain Crest on their way to winning their region opener. Skyview on their way to dropping their 3rd in a row after a 2-0 start. For Skyview, they're at Box Elder next week, then home against Logan. We'll have that game for you. Then Skyview's at Roy, then home to Bonneville, home to Weber. Their remaining opponents before tonight were a combined 12-8. Mountain Crest is at Bonneville, Box Elder at home, at Logan. We'll have that one for you. They've got Roy. We'll have that one for you at well, and end the season with 5A Power Northridge. So Mountain Crest's remaining strength of schedule, their opponents are combined 16-4. Again, coming into tonight, coming into the 5th game of the season. Webb gives it to Hall. Hall bounces it outside. Hall down the far sideline. Stays on his feet inside the 5. .30 yards on that run. 247 yards unofficially on the ground for Eddie Hall. Huge game. There's a minute left. See if Mountain Crest just takes a knee or if they try to put it in the end zone. 1st and goal at the 2. He's going to give it right up the middle to Hall. No signal yet. Oh, they're going to say 2nd down. He's down inside the 1. It looked like he was in the end zone. But his knee must have touched down. Both officials on each sideline immediately signaled 2nd down. 20 seconds left. Webb gives it to Hall again. Webb up and over the top. Touchdown Mountain Crest with 11 seconds to play. This time he goes airborne. Try not to get submarined. Hall 2 touchdowns rushing. He's thrown a touchdown pass, and he has 249 yards rushing on 35 carries. Casey's kick crawls over. It's good. 44-24. Mountain Crest on their way to the victory.
Here at Lewiston State Bank, we offer lots of different loan products to meet your needs. We're happy to work with you and hope that you would enjoy working with us.
We had to take out an automobile loan, and so we came into Lewiston State Bank, and she was so good. She worked with me really, really well.
We are proud to have been serving our customers for over 100 years with personalized, friendly service. Please come in and meet your new friends at Lewiston State Bank.
Crest with a 20-point lead, 11 seconds to play. The stat we talked about before this game was, can the Skyview defense get off the field? They had been averaging only about 44 plays per game offensively. They've got 53 tonight, with maybe one more coming. Mountain Crest has run 70-plus plays. 6 seconds to play, there'll be one more play for Skyview. 74 plays for Mountain Crest. And again, they're averaging about 60, just about 68 plays per game. That's been a problem for Skyview. Can't get the defense off the field, and it's really just the last 2 or 3 weeks. And they'll have to regroup as they go to Box Elder next week. It doesn't get any easier for the Grizz at Box Elder. Logan at home. And a Roy team that's undefeated going into the 5th week of the season, but losing right now to Box Elder in a tight game. Larson, they throw that little screen to him. Down he goes, and that's the ball game. 44-24. Mountain Crest wins the first Valley rivalry game of the season. Still have a couple more to do here on the Valley Channel. A shootout in Hiram, 44-24, Mountain Crest.
Clark, Salt Lake Express, and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
Few relationships in life are more important than the one between you and your Michelin tires. Rugged, long-lasting Michelin truck tires. Michelin, a better way forward.
Hi, I'm Randy Anderson, owner of Master Mechanic in Providence. Every repair we do at Master Mechanic comes with our peace of mind guarantee, meaning all repairs are guaranteed for 3 years or 36,000 miles. That's triple the industry standard. Summer travel time is here. Before you hit the road, stop by and have our ASE certified technicians inspect your vehicle. Prevent vacation breakdowns with our pre-trip inspection. Master Mechanic in Providence, taking the worry out of summer travel. I guarantee it.
Hey, I found Eddie Hall here. Eddie, congratulations. You're the Valley Channel Player of the Game.
Oh, thank you.
Now tell me about, this is a great game tonight. You had 210 yards unofficially, 3 touchdowns, and you threw for 1 touchdown as well. What a great game tonight against Skyview. How big is this game for you?
It's big. It's first game in region. We're 1-0 and got to move on. But tonight was all about just executing our plays one after another.
Tell me about that broken play where you rolled out to the right, and then you had 2 defenders, and then you turned around. There was Webb all by himself, and you threw that pass. Talk to me about that.
It was just a broken play. They read it perfectly. They executed their defense on the scouting they had on us, but we just found an opening and we took it.
What did your coach tell you at halftime? You had a lot of penalties in that first half that kept Skyview in the game.
They said quit fouling, actually, but other than that, they just said keep our heads in it. We can come back the second half and come in and dominate.
Tell me about this week of practice. How much easier it is to practice this week with the win as opposed to a loss?
It'll be easier, but not that much easier. Our coaches drive us hard, but day after day, we just come back and hit even harder than we did the day before.
Super. We have a coupon for you to Angie's to clean the sink. You can invite your friends for you. You're blocking so well.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations. Back to you, Eric Olson.
All right, unofficially 249 yards rushing for Eddie Hall as the Mustangs win the Valley Channel Game of the Week against Skyview. The Game of the Week is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness. Never give up. Lewiston State Bank, your hometown bank with a new branch at 3rd South and Main in Logan. Wendy's of Cache Valley. Quality is our recipe. Cache Valley Hospital, your first choice for healthcare. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Salt Lake Express, offering door-to-door service in Cache Valley. S.E. Needham Jewelers, where Utah gets engaged. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. For Lee Vaughn and the guys behind the camera and in the truck doing the hard work, I'm Eric Olson saying see you next time on the Valley Channel.